What is good, everybody? It's your man, Richie Rich, Rico Ricardo, Rico Raquan. Pretty Ricky, that's what they call him. Back with another video. And on this one, folks, is as you seen the thumbnail, you seen the title. I sound like MTR now. Shout out to MTR. I'm part of the MTR army. But this one is a video, and it just caught my attention. I was like, man, this would be a cool video to react and give my thoughts on it. All right, so this is Ginger J, who happens to be a British rapper down from the streets, bloke. Sad because I once a time had the accent like those lot from the East End of London, England. Hey, he became very well. One of his videos went viral. He made controversial comments on black women. He said like this is why the reason he doesn't date black women from attitudes like this, and it was like an altercation he had with some sisters on a podcast show. So I ain't gonna talk too much now. We're gonna watch the video together, then you're gonna hear my comments throughout the video and also towards the end. So now make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's get this on the way.
Nah, that you want to no. Here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to listen.
I'm listening.
I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, you think you got taught like a man.
That's why they were.
Whoa, all right, so I've only just seen 20 seconds of this, and Ginger J, you can just already tell he's just got a lot of emotions just coming out. And this is someone who can speak on this firsthand. I'm someone who had to really kind of step back and really analyze myself and see like why I was making a lot of emotional outbursts just like this. Like, unfortunately this got caught in camera, but I used to be like this dude. I used to make a lot of kind of like irate outburst and like anger modes, basically behaving like a woman. And it's a situation I actually had to in some ways go to therapy towards. It wasn't like the only reason, but I remember I went to therapy, which was just last year. And even not to go too much in detail, but one of the reasons told to me that I had all these like emotional outbursts is because I wasn't getting where I needed to get to in life, and I was playing the victim for a long time. And I believe sometimes when you can analyze and see which errors and what's stopping you, what's holding you back from getting ahead, you won't make so much of those outbursts. And it's really important as men, because as I said, like Ginger J now, I think a lot of guys like you, me, a lot of other dudes go through this of like we sometimes can't control our temper, we lose our composure, and we let like a woman like push that button and let us like rage crash out like this. So it's an important thing. Once you've done this as a guy, try to make this minimal. Like if you got to go out for a walk, go to the gym, go in the bathroom, scream, do that, but really reduce yourself to this, because once you do this, the woman now knows that you are basically matching their energy, and they will use that to their advantage.
On you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in your place.
Cheated on you multiple
Black women.
times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I
you're
know,
putting
and that's
no one
why
in
I'm
their
never
place.
gonna be in your
That's why you
ever
have to
again.
go dip out the pool.
I'm not with
Because
black
you
women
control
because you don't
nobody.
like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen.
Apologies.
where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you just wait. Did she just shoot?
So I noticed, and this is something that happens a lot, is usually when, especially black people are fighting, and it always takes a while before like they actually break it up. They'll be like, "Oh no, he didn't. Did he just talk to you like that, man?" That usually happens. But what Ginger J is saying, because I've made videos about this in the past, like for all of the races of women, when it comes to white, Asian, Latina, and black women, there is a different style you have to accommodate when dealing with the sisters. And what it is, especially in this situation, because I believe he's not wrong. There are, of course, unfortunately, there are some sisters who behave like this, and you can affect the environment. You could say it's the environment, it's the culture, it's even the music, like all which is pretty much inside the culture. when you like behave like this and act like this, as you said, as he even said, Ginger J's, it's like he said, black woman. He said black women aren't basically afraid to be put in their place, like basically take accountability, and that's something that definitely goes around. I don't just think it's a black woman thing. Of course, it's definitely when you're going around them ratchet ones I'm talking about, but that can be also seen as a woman situation. There's some women who have said pretty much. I talked about Sadia Khan before. They get over just because of their looks, and like you have like 99,000 guys who are simps, so they believe they could do no wrong, and because of that they're playing the game like on easy mode. Once you actually tell them no, like a kid going to the corner, you did something wrong, I'm going to discipline you, they would act enraged. And this is what Ginger J is like pointing out. It's just that he's pointing it out in the wrong way. To be emotional like that, so someone who's done this before, it's not the correct way for a man to handle things.
Did she just shoot him?
Kind of
Did she just shoot? Go, where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's your hair?
Once you talk about black women's hair,
Okay, whoa, time out. So he brought the woman's hair. This is like a no situation. Like what that worst thing is, it's like you can talk about the attitude, you can talk about the aggressiveness, but do not talk about black woman's hair. That is the most sensitive subject. And the reason why is for someone who I'm someone who again grew up in cultures where the ones above me did work in the hair business, and sometimes what you gotta understand is what a lot of again black women and especially the ones in the ethnic have to do to get their hair as like beautiful and appealing, that of course like someone who is in the other ethnicities don't have to do. It is a lot of fucking work. So to really say that, it really like pushes their buttons even more. And the worst thing is to hear it from a guy from their own community. It's tough. It's tough.
you're on your own, my guy. You're on your own. I was with you. Like, he's allowed to have a preference. You know, he's trying to talk about how she's held him down and picking up his Asian queen. But the moment you went for the hair, my guy, you was on your own. You're gonna have to deal with it. Yeah. You're gonna have to deal with this by yourself, my bro.
Take off your head, man.
triggered.
Where's your hair?
You're triggered.
Where's your hair?
That
I'm
was not
triggered.
supposed to hurt.
I said I was
You're
triggered.
triggered.
Did I not say I was
No.
triggered? Where's your hair?
No.
Where's your hair?
Look at where's your hair?
Show me your hair.
No, he's
Show me your hair.
pressed. He's
Show me your hair.
pressed.
Take off your eyelash.
People, you're
Take off your eyelash.
Yeah, damn, you can see the chick, fine ass black girl as well. She was like, she's pressed. I think he said she's pressed. Like, he's a woman in there. But yeah, it's what Ginger J, because again, I don't know him. I don't listen to his music. I'm not like the biggest fan of rap music from England. Like, there's a few ones, like I prefer more like Afrobeats, but I'm not the biggest fan of English rap, even though I'm from there. And it's cool. It's okay to have a preference. Like I've mentioned it before. I've dated pretty much every ethnicities, and I always say go with the woman who likes you for you. But in this situation, for him to say like I got my Asian chick because I believe he's with an Asian woman, and this is the reason I don't date black women. When you do that is, especially from someone who is in a black culture, when you say that, it really adds how can I say, the factor of like you are not as united with them. Like I believe you could even lose like followers or fans because you are part of that community. And again, because I can see where his side is, because I've said in the rich team, sprinkled out the rich team, there's black guys like I said who again they don't fit the same target of like what some black women are looking for. There's a certain way some black guys have to act. If you're not like that, you sometimes will get that aggressive bullshit, which this guy's having to deal with this now. It could be you're not 6 foot, you're not hood enough, you don't really have a dangerous side to you, and sometimes you will get the wrath of a strong, powerful, independent black woman. So it's a difficult thing. And what I'm looking at just now is just when I see Ginger J is there's a lot of stuff he's saying is right, because that's true. Like there's some of the stuff like he's dealing with this chick is not gonna happen in the other communities, not as often, but he's doing it. But it's all the tone when he's like crashing out like this, especially on something that's recorded. I keep saying I've been there. I'm sure a lot of other people have been there. Is just not the way to conduct yourself as like a man, where people look to you for like answers and solutions to problems.
Your
Take off your
prayers.
makeup.
Your prayers.
I'll
Because we
bring,
got
watch this.
cheated on
I'll- no,
1, 2,
yeah,
3,
yeah.
4.
Wait, watch
1,
this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Jumping.
And I'll bring my natural hair Indian woman in here now.
It would be black people to start dancing when they got their anger, yeah. Got their anger pulled out. But yeah, this is mad like niggerish, mad confrontational. Yeah, and like this is someone now, as I've told, like I'm someone I lived in Mexico for a year plus, and I spent times visiting around Europe, and I've been to places predominantly where there's not black people. I've been that person in a room where I'm the only black person in there. And they're like, is Africa a country or a continent? Shit, dumbass. I've been in those places. So I've seen in especially the other races the way how they handle like friction and problems. It never gets to this shit. Like they're not gonna fight and start dancing off her. It's only something our people can do. And I mentioned in another video of code switching. Like there's a certain way, like when I'm at my job, I speak, and then when I'm dealing with, of course, like people like this, especially from that, because this is ratchet, this is hood. There's a certain way you have to conduct yourself, and even, of course, handling and controlling your emotions. This is something that Richie Rich had to learn how to do.
And then what?
she looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your blood.
But the crowd
Shut
was
up, man.
silent. The crowd
Out
was
here with
silent.
fake hair, fake
The crowd was
eyelashes.
silent.
Yeah, damn, it's tough. So that's the video, folks. And again, there's actually behind the scenes one where you see him just like going ballistic. But what, like when I look at the whole video, like a lot of the stuff he says, because it's not just him. There's if you go on Twitter, if you go on X, you go on Instagram. Yeah, there's a lot of black guys who have said like this is the reason why they don't date black women. The other races of women, their ethnicities are more. They're more like feminine, more submissive, and they kind of know their places more than, of course, the women in our community. And I've always looked at it, of course, because you want to look at where the core starts and why is it these women act like this. And what I've understood, because I have my Monday to Friday job and my profession is, and I've dealt with like women like around this age and even guys in that age, and I've dealt with them, and most of the times what the common core is like is the home. A lot of these laws are coming from broken homes where there really isn't a masculine figure guy. Even if sometimes the man is there, he's not in that position to really lead the house. Just because you have a kid doesn't really make you a man. You may just have the kid, you don't know what you're doing, and you just want to bail. And this is something that happens so regular in the black community. As I was talking earlier about like women need to be held accountable. When you're in these single mother households, and I've seen this, I've been a part of it, I've witnessed it so many times, when the woman, the young girl is getting out of control, she's not being handled, she's not getting disciplined the right way as if it was in a two-parent household. There's certain things that a chick would say that if a man's in the house, it wouldn't fly. There's just certain presence when a man is at that house that they would just feel. But in these single woman households, and you can thank feminism for this, is you have a woman who's trying to be the dad and the mom at the same time. And your naturally genetic makeup is for female, not to be a man. So a lot of these ones, when you really look at the chorus, a lot of like Ginger J getting emotional and saying like the fake hair and that, like I will say like, bro, I've been and I've seen a beautiful black woman who didn't have like that cosmopolitan hairstyle, the one you would see on Vogue magazine, but they'll still drop their gorgeous, beautiful chicks. Like, so the hair is just a plus. You still have that natural, how can I say, natural beauty, natural like aesthetics. But when you look at all that, I always say it's the core that happens. And like I said, unfortunately, it's just within our black community. Like single mothers is something that's now applauded. Like if I don't like my man, I can just leave. I can get child support from the government. Stepdaddy can come in. Like you had Brittany Renner saying stepdaddy season. So because of that, core family is getting broken up sometimes way early. That's when you sometimes see this pretty much ratchetness because no one's there to put them in place. So where I look at it is Ginger J in this video, he's not saying anything that a lot of people haven't heard before. Of course, like how certain black chicks can be loud, can be rude, can be aggressive. You mentioned fake hair. The accountability factor, that's the part I really stress on. Because I feel like I've seen the difference of chicks who come from a two-parent household where the father was a mainstay in that young woman's life. And I've seen the one who was just raised by a single mother from when she was a baby to a teenager to a young woman, and just generally has a resent for men and is not able to make the right decisions. As the mother didn't make the right decisions, the mother that came before her is just a pattern. It's for a dude, especially in 2025, controlling your emotions is one of the best superpower a man can have, to be honest. Like it's not about like how much basketballs you can slam dunk or how much like mukbangs you can do on YouTube. If you can control your emotions and channel that energy for something really great, so the stars, like what's destined for you, if you can just keep that energy, you can do really spectacular things. Folks, let me know what you think about this video of Ginger J crashing out on black women. Do you agree of him saying like he doesn't date black women and he has his own preferences? Do you agree of this black woman stereotype? Because I wanted to say I see it probably more this year than any other year, especially with the combination of black fatigue. I see it way more of just guys posting out saying like this is the reason why I don't date black chicks, and black chicks are like on the bottom when it comes to the dating market, especially for this like for the young demographic. Black women are on the bottom. And yeah, I don't know if something like that's going to change or it's only going to continuously get worse. Let me know your thoughts about it. Of course, if you haven't already done, folks, what are you waiting for? Get your paper right and update your wallet.